This is a horror game podcast. It is meant for mature audiences. It may contain adult language, violence, and sexual themes, as well as shocking revelations. Viewer discretion is advised. Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I will be playing the Pulp Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Thom Raley. The campaign is Two Headed Serpent. It was written by Paul Fricker, Scott Dorward, and Mathew Sanderson. It's available directly from Chaosium and also from drivethrurpg.com. I am the Keeper of Arcane Lore, and this is episode 18. Our recap will be given by Dakota Poole as his hero, Lloyd Green. So without any further delay, let's continue our journey into the darkness. Dakota?
Good God, I'm exhausted. Last night was a hell of a night. Where do I even begin? I think Caduceus may have a bit of an infestation problem, particularly in the snake department. There seems to be quite a few of us here who share some similarities with our lovely, scaly-bellied mistress imprisoned down in the lower floors. Where we once thought about it starting and ending with Goose has changed much over the last couple of weeks, and even further after last night. The good doctor and I now play for the same team as our charming man of mysteries, and it seems so does a rather large group of individuals, all employed by Caduceus, quite conveniently. After a little bit of late-night office work, we found out that our great benefactor Joshua Needham is a bit of a snake himself. Hell, he even has a sunroom to stretch himself out in right next to his office. And his personal minibar? Don't even get me started on that. From the beginning, we've been lied to, and I should know what the hell that's like. I just wish the group would get off my ass. I've been nothing but honest with them since I've known them. If I'm lying, God strike me down. Well, almost completely honest. But either way, these fuckers are far from straightforward with us. We also discussed the warehouse debacle. Apparently, they've been playing around with insecticide. Doesn't make much sense to me, but the rest of the group has some ideas about it. What the hell are we gonna do?
Right. So you and the group of you and Tiranish have been going over how to accomplish these various serpentine skin swapping things. And now it's probably pretty early in the morning, maybe 4 a.m. What do you guys want to do? You're tired. You're definitely tired.
Anybody up for pancakes?
Have we all been around for this lesson that she's teaching them, or the ones that it doesn't really affect? Maybe we've already slinked off to bed.
That's up to you. If you could say whether you were fascinated with hearing it or you still wasn't. She is obviously implying that there's some magic involved, but
I'll probably stick around for the lesson, get my little gravity egg, as it seems she's done messing around with it, get it back, and just kind of stick around and listen to, what it's going to be like to be snake people. In case I become snake people, seems to be a trend.
One of her comments, as you guys are getting ready to go, is she says, "I don't know what tomorrow holds, but I trust you, but I don't trust Caduceus. And I most especially don't trust the the war between Yig and the Inner Night. Religious bullshit, as she now uses a colloquial term. She says, I feel like I need to try and persuade them to let me go.
What are you going to do if you're out of here?
I have to continue in the mission that I was given. I'm not sure that my chances are even remotely possible at this point, but I have to keep trying. I have to get back to Moo. I have to save things. I have to find a way to fix all of this disaster that's taken place.
That's a tall order to put on yourself, of course. You'll need to find some kinds of colleagues to that end.
Well, I'd like to count you as colleagues,
Yes, we of course have other obligations at the moment, but yes, I think that if you can, if you're attempting to put the world back in order, that's probably something that we'd all be willing to take part in, ultimately. What if they don't want to let you go?
Well, I hope that matters don't become drastic, but I have a few old tricks up my sleeve. And I suppose what I would really like to know from you is if you have a place outside of Caduceus where you meet, if ever I should be able to or need to contact you.
Have a place you could go if you needed, to lay low for a little bit.
I wonder if we shouldn't look into setting something up. We know that Caduceus Security has looked into us rather thoroughly. But some of us have means and, we're aware of who and what they are to some extent now. Maybe we should be setting up a little nest up the Hudson River somewhere quiet.
I could have Frankie get looking for somewhere.
Yeah. It wouldn't be a bad idea for us to have a safe house.
Yeah.
Should things get, now that, what with our uncertainty about our employer's nature and motives, we might want to set up something clean.
And if we're looking for something that we could switch between, I happen to know a good hotel or two.
Well, I think we'd want to set up something longer term than hotel, but
well, not only that, but someplace where we could store things that we might need and not have access to later.
Yeah. Maybe when we're in Oklahoma, Jack, your associate can, yeah.
I gotta go back by the shop before we head out, so I'll put an idea in your head.
There's lots of little towns up the Hudson River that, you could get 20 acres near a train track that nobody would be nosing around in. Someplace, wooded and quiet as a base of operations. Maybe a defunct farm so we can use the barn for storing things like Miss Meadows suggests. Someplace you could tinker in.
Well,
yeah.
You did mention the river. What about a boat?
That's romantic. Although We'd have to have we'd really need a captain for that. You can't just leave a boat in a river for a month at a time and expect everything to maintain itself.
I'm sure I know a guy.
I'm
Well,
sure you do.
yeah. Do you happen to have a boat for sale?
Matter of fact, I might actually know of something like that.
She does seem interested in Jack, knowing she knows what maps are now. She's seen enough of them. Are you going to give her where your lab is?
Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll give her where the shop is in the immediate future if she decides to get out of here, and then I'll give Frankie a heads up if, this person shows up, get them somewhere safe, for a few days, and in the meantime also be looking out for a place where we can set up, temporary base of operations.
Have we established whether Caduceus does have a morgue on site for medical research purposes, etc.?
You've seen no morgue or dead bodies.
Yeah.
Well, we've also not seen all the secret basements.
Right, but I don't know if it would be a regular morgue because I had requested some parts and they were thinking about maybe going to the university and sequestering them for me. I never did see those, by the way.
I'm also not sure if David might know if buildings like that would have had an incinerator to get rid of things.
I imagine, but certainly they're not uncommon in New York, and also any place that does medical research at all is likely to have a way to
An incinerator.
Yeah.
Well, you
all
suspect
hospitals.
they might have an incinerator. Maybe there's a chimney somewhere that you have seen occasionally smoking.
Grim thought, really.
All right.
So yeah, pancakes, a power nap, and we'll meet early afternoon.
See what kind of gear we want to take with us, I think.
Yep. Meet back here or at the diner that we've been meeting at, or
How about the diner?
Right. And are we thinking that we're going to visit Red Hook before we take the train out west?
Well, it might be.
We can sleep on it.
Might be a good idea to do it while we can. We don't know what's going to change while we're gone. Grim thought. If we even make it back.
Well, if we don't make it back from visiting some Yig worshippers in Oklahoma, it won't really matter what they're doing in Red Hook.
There might be something there that helps us understand and going better, though. That's all I mean.
Possible.
All right. So earlier than your meeting, Lloyd, roll a luck roll.
Why me? Okay. It's a pass.
All right. I shall choose.
If you need to know, but 63 on 95.
No, that's cool. You are slipped a note in the middle of a day by somebody you recognize as a flunky of the mob. And the note says that they want to meet you in half an hour at an Italian restaurant. And it's what's his name? Garofalo.
I don't remember that name.
He's Garofalo is.
He wasn't one of the ones that found me, and No, that wasn't Garofalo. That was. I don't remember who it was.
Frank, he's called Frank Carroll. It's Francisco Garofalo. He's an underboss.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember now. And I was slipped that note when nobody else was around.
Yeah, you were out. Yeah.
Okay.
So you do get the impression that you are being observed from a distance, maybe.
Fuck. Okay, so it's a restaurant. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna show up. It's just gonna be me. I'm not gonna tell anyone else.
Okay. Garofalo and Bonaventure are both there. Another one of the gentlemen. And he says, we have been doing our own investigation on the warehouses. And what have you found out?
Well,
We've seen things going in and out of 1 and 2.
so far, it's very, very limited on what I was able to find. They've got that place locked up tighter than, Fort Knox.
Yeah, we've seen the one warehouse only has 1 guard, and we've seen the other one has 3 walking around outside.
Yeah. The one that were walking around, there are about 10 guards each.
Now we heard that.
Yeah.
Have you managed to get a glimpse inside?
Couldn't get in. Like I said, it's locked up pretty tight. Tried what I could. Closest I got, I could see that they were loading a truck up. Something was weird about that, though. They weren't loading up a lot. And when they dropped it off, not that much was taken off the truck, which is just weird. But it's been hard to figure out what's going on in there. Everything's been hush hush. I even tried breaking off into the harbor masters, see if there's a manifest or anything like that. Couldn't find anything.
Nothing? No records at Caduceus for what's going on?
They said Caduceus was running the warehouse. Did a little snooping at the office. We've got someone who's looking into it, who's heavily got it looked at, but the exact thing that's in there and what the hell they're doing, we don't really know. Just barrels. That's the weird thing, barrels. So it's something liquid. It's about all we can get out of it.
Well,
Doesn't look like gold.
this is moving through the mob, Bonanno and some of the others. We've kind of been prompted by these things. I think that we're going to go in. We want to know what's going on. We want to know what they're storing. If your boys want to go with us, I think we're going to send in some soldiers tonight.
Wouldn't necessarily be against it. What do you got in mind? You're not just going to go in there and shoot the place up, are you?
Well, we'll do whatever's necessary, but we just want to. I mean, we want to stop whatever's going on. If they're making drugs, if they're encroaching on our territory, then we got to stop. We got to send a message.
I don't know how much it helps out, but I can tell you the amount of people that are going to be wandering around and when the shift changes, if that helps out.
Oh, I think we'll go in around midnight.
I don't remember. Was that when the shift change was?
No, there was one at 11 o'clock. So
Might want to go a tad bit earlier than that. I would try around 11. You'd probably want to get them right when the guards are changing out.
no, I don't want 20 people there. I want 10 people there. So we'll go in after they've thought nothing's going to happen. I don't know how we'll go in. We'll go in through the front, through the side door. We could try to go in through the dock door, which is the bigger door. Maybe your people want to assist in figuring out the best way to do this.
I give him a.
Of course, you
I'd
guys
talk
all
to him.
you can all remain anonymous. Nobody's gonna know who you are.
Oh, hell,
We'll
I
do
thought that
all
was going without a doubt.
the hard work.
I appreciate that. You've always been a good guy to me, Frankie. You treated me well. Yeah, so I can run it up the pole and see what they say.
If you betray us,
I would never. Come on. I just want you to know, concrete doesn't look good on my feet. It never could really get the color right.
oh, that's far too mild. We would do much more horrible things to you than concrete.
It's a good thing you don't have to worry about that, Frankie. I promise. Not a thing. I'm not a thing you have to worry about at all.
Good. All right.
So, where you want me to meet up with you or talk to you about it? I need to go find
we're
everybody.
we're gonna meet at, where is it? We're gonna meet at that small warehouse on the pier. It's about 600 feet from the warehouse number 1.
Okay. Do you have any idea how you're going to be going in?
We're just going to be, well, we might sneak up on them at first, but then if we get made, we'll have a window. There is a window when the guards are going around the outside. So I think we might just barge our way in.
You'd always try acting like you're doing a delivery. Get them a
Yeah.
little, throw them off a little bit, have somebody go out the backside.
I don't think that there's going to be any deliveries in the middle of the night. Best to just go in. And just sort of stay out of our way. But you can come in. You can see what's in there.
Well, I appreciate it, Frankie. Yeah, I'll hit up everybody. I'll get back to you.
Manano's going to be watching, so
I mean, that's good. We want the boss to know everything we're doing, right?
yeah. All right.
Yeah.
And he walks. They leave the restaurant.
Oh, motherfucker. Oh, fuck. What am I gonna do? 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 And he's just sitting there, just rubbing his head. And I assumed that when we were having, like this meal or whatever, there was alcohol on the table. He's just gonna grab like a bottle of wine and just start chugging it right then and there. He'll even finish up their glasses if they left it there. He's just putting it all away.
So I'd say you probably meet for dinner or lunch around 2 p.m. with the others at your usual place.
All right. I have a shopping list for this trip. I am not going to get caught out by some big ass monster trudging out of nowhere. I'm going to make sure that I've got an elephant gun and we've got some grenades and we're really going to be prepared for whatever nastiness is coming after us.
I'm thinking, like 3 or 4 dozen grenades. I'm going to make sure I'm
Come on,
carrying.
you guys. You can't be walking into a church with an elephant gun and grenades strapped to you.
I'm not walking anywhere with less than 6 grenades strapped to me anymore.
We're
I
going
imagine
to
this.
Oklahoma. This is not Borneo mixed with the Dreamlands. There's not going to be anybody with a mouth for a torso.
We don't know that exactly.
Well, when that torso opens and then you don't have a grenade to shove in it.
I imagine at this point when you're all talking and you're at the diner, you hear that ding, 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 ding of the bell as someone walks in. And you just see Lloyd kind of coming in. He just kind of walks over to you. He's walking a little worse for wear than usual. Hey, guys,
Christ.
what's up?
God damn, Lloyd, you look terrible. What the hell's going on?
Oh,
Right.
thanks,
What
I
are
feel
you
terrible.
doing? Tying one on in the afternoon?
I didn't really tie anything on. I don't know what the hell you mean.
Well,
Uh,
you're sweaty, your eyes are glazed, you smell like a winery.
you're old and you got a fucked up scar on your face. What's your point?
That's a long-term situation, and we're talking about your immediate circumstances. Did you
Fucking
get some good
immediate.
news?
What? Come sit down. You're going to get us kicked out of here.
Oh, fuck.
Coffee?
He just like kind of just like slips in and just kind of does like the drunk slosh where he just kind of falls on their lap in the booth and just kind of. So what's going on?
Putting together putting together a supply list, what we're going to take to Oklahoma. Some of us
That sounds
think,
good.
some of us want to be a little more conservative in our approach. Some of us want to nods over at Stoney, who wants to make sure, when someone, as Dr. Harrow says, torso opens up with teeth in it, that we're ready for it.
Just blow them all the fuck away. Just blow them the fuck away. It doesn't matter. Grab it all. You get a fucking case of dynamite at this point, and I'm
Well,
being
it's
loud.
fine. It's fine. You all want to go in prepared and whatnot, but we don't know what we're walking into. There could be a bunch of little old grannies sitting in pews, and you're going to walk in with a big old elephant gun, some
These
grenades.
grannies are fucking snake people, and I'm kind of loud. I'm sorry, guys.
Miss Meadows, I have not thrown a grenade at anything that didn't deserve it to be thrown at yet. So I will have them on me, but I will be acting on the side of caution.
You
Speaking
can
of,
take
though,
it with us. We don't need to be showing it everywhere. We can
Speaking of
just we can just keep it in our trunks for the time being until the need arises.
Miss Meadows, we do need to spend some time preparing some more bottles of special plant goops, though, for less lethal encounters before
Right.
we go.
I sure wish we could have kept a sample of that Dole's spit. Stupid dreamland disappearing crap.
Burns.
I've got an idea kicking around my head about that. Maybe that'll come back into play. I'm pretty fascinated with these gates. I've been thinking about how maybe we can, at some point, if I can learn how those work, make something that we can use gates to our advantage in a offensive kind of way.
Well, that would be great.
We tend to see them mostly in the act of destruction or self-destruction. Do you have, some rudiments that you've got to base a theory around?
No, just interested, just thinking about it. I've been looking at the box they got, the sun box they have here. I'm going to spend some time. I want to spend some time in the library, which is a sentence I've probably never said before, trying to learn about gates. I figure, I don't know, there's all kinds of weird stuff going on at Caduceus, lots of tech. I can spend some time learning and maybe figure out how to make a little gate device of my own that can be fine-tuned to, open up on a spitting dole or something.
Well, for that matter, if we could open up a gate to the lost island of Mu, we could really call the cavalry in to help out.
Yeah. It's just kind of an idea that just kind of hit my brain over some pancakes this morning. So I'm gonna roll it around in my head a little bit, next time we're back in New York and do some heavy research on it.
I mean,
How long is the train to Oklahoma?
I don't know.
Seems like a good day's trip all the way.
Probably a day's trip. Yeah.
the people of our Serpentine sister, they mastered this gate technology, and they still couldn't find Mu. So, I mean, it's a long shot, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, if I can make a gate that opens up on, like, I don't know, a like really cold world, I can maybe channel a blast of like cold air through it. That.
Or just kick some monster into the gate, close the
Yeah.
gate.
Yeah, or something
Problem solved.
where gravity's all weird. I don't know. I figure if there's gates that can open to anywhere, there's infinite possibilities on how we can use that to our advantage. So,
Vern, you're not eating that, are you? And I just reach over and I grab the bacon off your plate and I just kind of start eating it in front of you.
Use you.
My
Jesus.
Appreciate it.
Somebody get a hold of him. Get some of that coffee down him.
Fuck coffee. Oh, well, we might need it tonight.
What?
We might be a little busy tonight, guys.
Yeah, we've been busy every night. Except you
We might
disappearing.
be really fucking busy tonight, like clear your schedules.
all right, Lloyd, let's do that thing where we're just out with it.
Warehouse, need to be there kind of around probably around 9 or 10ish. Got to meet up with a couple of friends of mine. And yeah, I'm sure you can figure it out from there. Got to make sure they don't kill everybody.
Oh,
And I just pass the note that I got in my pocket, and I just kind of slap it down on the table.
All right, this says to meet at a diner or at an Italian restaurant.
Oh, fuck. Come on. Do I have to spell it out for you? God damn. It's banana. It's fucking banana. And I'm just screaming that.
I mean, guys, annoying as he is, maybe we should liquor him up more often. He's much more forthcoming.
Okay, so what's the plan?
Gonna fucking kill everybody. That's all I could get out of them. They're gonna fucking show up. They're gonna force their way in. They're gonna kill everybody.
Jack,
Yeah, and why do they want us there? What do we
They're
have to
fucking
do with
cooking
it?
drugs. I don't know. I don't know what the
Banana,
fuck they're
okay.
doing.
Bonanno's sending a crew to the warehouse.
Yeah.
I trust you told them that there's nothing there but pesticide.
I told them there was nothing there. Yeah, you're right. Just a couple of barrels.
Did you what did you tell them? Did you tell them that this okay? Did you tell them that we're interested in this plan or are to the table? Are we interested in is this something we want to happen?
It doesn't matter if we want it to happen or not. It's going down.
It may matter.
This
if
was
we
a
want it to
cordial
happen.
invitation is the way I was getting it.
And we're just supposed to be like what? The cheering crowd, like, woo, good job.
You got it right. We can pick up their scraps. That's kind of what I got out
Or
of
are
it.
they just luring us out there to make us the fall guy?
I don't know, but either way, it doesn't sound great, does it?
Okay.
This is terrible. This is just terrible. Like, we cannot assist the mob in a raid on a warehouse.
I tried telling them not to fucking kill. I even suggested at a time
I
of,
mean-
guard change. They
Oh,
wouldn't
no.
fucking
No.
listen.
I'm not saying that we have no control over the mob. They can do what they want. We cannot assist the mob.
Well,
with
we
a
don't have
raid.
to assist them, but it's gonna fucking happen.
I mean, it doesn't have to happen.
Well, I'm just trying to make
I-
sense of it because they don't do anything without wanting something in return. And so far, it doesn't seem like we've done anything for them. So why would we get this ever so polite invitation to come to their little party when they haven't gotten anything from us?
I mean, I work. I've over the years with my shop, I've worked with different arms of the mob, and then Bonanno came in, just trying to take it all up for himself, be the entire mob. Which I don't know. There's a way of doing things, and I don't. Business is business, though. But I don't. It doesn't mean we have to work with them.
We
Bonanno's.
don't have to. We don't have to. It's gonna happen. And if it doesn't happen, we're dead. We're fucking dead.
Okay. You know what? I at one point, okay, so I've never really thought that, but at one point maybe. But also we've I mean, look what we've done already. The mob's not a giant with a split face or snake people or,
No, they're a motherfucker with a gun, and we have to sleep one night, and then we wake up, and we don't wake up anymore. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm very familiar with how the mob works.
Presumably, it would be bad for Lloyd, who obviously responds poorly to stress, if we were to try to prevent Bonanno's group from violently entering the warehouse tonight.
They said they're open to suggestions. That's about as much as I could get out of them.
I just, as a group, I want to figure out, where do we benefit from this happening? Do we, if not, do we step in to make it not happen? I just want to know what our stake is in this thing.
Well, the thing is, if they make a big ordeal and a mess at this place, it's going to draw all Caduceus's attention.
Excuse me.
Oh, Jesus, Lord. But yeah, what chance are we going to have then to be able to look at anything? There's just going to be a bunch of blood and chaos and probably some more backup coming.
Oh, right. Then there's my concern, though, that they're bringing in this dimethyl phthalate to keep some experiment under control. What if the mobsters gun down the armed guards and release some sort of pest into Brooklyn?
Maybe they all fucking die. I don't know.
And the thing is, we don't have to do anything ourselves. We just say one word to Caduceus that the mob's coming in, and I'm sure they put a bunch of, 20 more bodies out there tonight.
Yeah, and then I'm fucking dead. You're fucking dead. Fern's fucking dead. Stoney's fucking... I'm sure you see the pattern here.
I don't track that logic.
I don't either.
Hey,
I mean,
fuck.
My point is, like, we cannot really be seen assisting the mob. The probability that we would get identified and then reported back to Caduceus is high, I think, and it's too great of a danger. Doing nothing is a bad plan because we don't know what the hell's in this warehouse. It could get released, like Dr. Harrow said, and just trample all over New Jersey.
Yeah, it's a shit plan no matter what happens. It's shit.
Well, maybe it's Lloyd's paranoia rubbing off on me, but maybe it's a test from Bonanno to see if we would squeal.
It could be. We leave on the train in the morning.
You're all gonna look like me when this is all said and done. You're all gonna be like...
We could, in all honesty, what we could do is go down to Red Hook and watch what the mob does and be there as a cleanup crew should they make a mess.
The only concern being then that if the infiltrating group does engage in violence, there's some shootout, we'll have to explain why we were there and not, clearly having had previous knowledge.
Not trying to stop it while we just watched it happen.
I mean, I think Goose and I we could figure, or Dr. Harrell, we could figure something out. Excuse me.
Lloyd, right now, I think you need to figure out a lot of coffee and maybe a nap.
It's
I can't sleep. We're gonna be there in just a little bit. There's not enough time.
It's 10 hours.
Yeah.
You need aspirin and soda water. And then coffee. And maybe a couple of firm slaps. But we'll see about that after the nap.
There could
medical
be a
advice.
few ways to
Maybe
play
you're
it.
right. And he just kind of like leans over and does the drunk snuggle with Dr. Harrow. He just kind of leans on his shoulder.
Okay.
Right.
So I guess let's go through each scenario where we benefit or where we put ourselves on bad terms with Caduceus. If we do nothing, where do we think that puts us?
I mean, depends on do they know we're there or not, and depends on how we play it. We can just go in there, see how the situation develops, and play one side or the other, depending on what seems right at the moment, what seems beneficial to us, what we can get away with. Also, we don't need to be in our regular old clothes going there. We can just get some dock worker's outfit or whatever that explains why we were there. And then any of the guards that see us, they don't know us. They've never seen us before. Maybe they've seen Lloyd, but skulking around, but they don't know any of us. We can just be whatever.
So, okay, let's say we let the mob do their thing. They go in, they shoot it up.
It doesn't seem right for them to just go in there and shoot it up. That's not their usual MO.
Based on what Lloyd's saying, that seems like their plan because they
I mean, based on what Lloyd's saying,
Yeah.
that's the first thing right there.
I guess I think we're in a bad spot if we are in that building after whatever happens and Caduceus shows up and we're there. I think that's worst case scenario for us. I think that severs a lot of our ties with Caduceus.
Well, perhaps all of us don't need to go.
Okay, so I guess where I'm at is why, if any of us are going, why are we going?
Well, we do need to see if they, like Dr. Harrow said, have something mean and vicious down in the, I don't know if there's even a tunnel, but something down there.
Okay, so part of us being there is to find out. This is how we find out what's happening in that building. That makes sense.
Make sure nothing escapes.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know that it needs the 6 of us there. The more of us there, the more of us are able to get uncovered
I mean, we don't all need to go and jump into the fray.
Yeah.
We can have 2 or 3 closer in and a few on lookout for Caduceus or just watching to jump in if any need arises. I mean, if Banano goes in there and they kill all the guards, who's going to call for help? It'll take a few till the changing of the guards before they notice that anything has happened anyway.
Yeah.
So I guess moral compass, are we okay with just letting these guards all die?
I'd rather not, but
I'm rather assuming that there'll be more bonks on the head and tyings up than there will be full-on gunfight. Red Hook's a kind of loud and busy place, but if they have a firefight at midnight, it's not going to go unnoticed. I don't imagine you run a criminal enterprise of any success for a length of time with that bad a planning structure, but
no.
Right, that would be pretty sloppy.
Yeah, but I was young and brash, so I do understand what you're saying, though. I mean, probably going into a full firefight is probably not his plan. Bonks on the head, maybe more his plan.
Yeah, we just want to make sure that the outcome isn't terrible and that we make our train in the morning out of Penn Station.
Well, and I just had another thought too, because Caduceus, if they were attacked or seemed to be having their warehouse broken into, if Caduceus didn't report it to the police, then that would suggest that they're doing something they shouldn't be in there.
Yeah, but we'll be on the long wet train out west before we learn about what the public response is to the break-in. I would suggest we leave it alone, but for the fact that we know that leadership at Caduceus is not too cautious minded to keep sun gates in their office in Midtown.
Yeah.
So what
Yeah,
they're
so
keeping secret from us in the warehouse in Brooklyn is a concern.
So maybe if two or three of us go to the warehouse to oversee it, and if, worst case scenario, they're hiding some giant, evil monster in there, then take it out, and the rest of us sit here and,
in
business as usual. We're just getting ready for the train trip tomorrow.
if
Or,
something happens and a few of Banano guys get killed, or all of them, we just sneak one body off into a separate room, work our skin changing magic, and nobody will ever know it was us.
yeah,
Mhm.
no, I can't argue with that.
It is noteworthy that you've been hybridized a little bit longer than I have, but honestly, nothing that Tyrannish taught us last night made me any more eager to engage in that activity.
I mean, it's a last resort. It's something we could.
Yeah. It is an arrow in our quiver.
That's
Well,
a
if
nice way of
anyone should
phrasing
attempt
it.
it, unfortunately, I would say it would be Lloyd because he's more familiar with the people in this group. And if he wore one of their skins, he would best be able to impersonate them.
Well, one of the variants that Tyrannish taught us also gives access to some of the memories and mannerisms of the one you're impersonating. So as long as they have a few big mob guys in there, I'll be able to. But yeah, I think we should either all of us go or a few of us go and just see what happens.
I
Let
mean,
the chips fall where they may.
if nothing else, a firefight is a great distraction for us to poke our head in that building and maybe figure out what it is. I mean, maybe
Firefight is
Caduceus.
chaos. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Maybe we shoot off a few of the mobsters during the firefight. I mean, nobody knows what happens during
I mean, yeah,
chaos.
maybe Caduceus has more. I mean, maybe the people there are well trained and they can hold off the mob for a while, and we poke our heads in, or whoever's there, and finally get a look at what is going on in there. Could be they all kill each other outside the gate.
Yeah.
I would be more comfortable if we were all in evidence. Maybe we'll let S- Sleeping Beauty continue his snooze, although he's the only one they know specific. You might know somebody, I guess, Buzz.
I know I do work. I mean, I think you all figured out by now. I work on. I mean, now primarily Bonanno's vehicles. We have. I've been doing it for years. It's money, and then the changing of the guard with Bonanno coming to power is. I don't know. I don't. I'm not high on the guy, but yeah, I know. I know a fair amount of them.
So we'll take Lloyd somewhere to sleep it off, finish preparing ourselves for the journey, have a early supper and a little nap, and then meet in Red Hook 10:30, 11.
I'll secure some overalls like the dock workers wear or something.
Miss Meadows, if you want to prepare some bottles of toxic plant goop, we can have that, for less lethal means tonight.
I'll stop back at my place and collect some goo for you.
We could
Um,
use something that makes people sleep. That's, I think, something we should continue to consider.
Yeah.
Some airborne
Formaldehyde.
agent.
Well, we didn't. Nobody used those one-time use things we for the upper floors, so
Right, we still have those files.
yeah.
All right. So we're going to move ahead then.
Yeah, if there's anything I need to prepare, whip up real quick for tonight, I can do that. But otherwise, yeah, it's just kind of preparing for our trip in the morning. That way we're ready for Oklahoma. And then
Well, when it
tonight.
comes to Oklahoma, you'll have everything that you need, you know. Uh, all right. So you said 11 o'clock or so you're going to gather together. Um, and you'll make your way to the little warehouse that Lloyd directed you to. Lloyd, you're mostly recovered, but you've still got a bit of a hangover. So on Constitution rolls, I'll give you a penalty dice.
My constitution's a 30, so it's going to be perfect.
So you find the warehouse and you knock, and the door is opened, and inside, Bonaventry has gathered 12 soldiers and 24 associates. So his intention, as he explains it to you, is I'm going to send 6 soldiers and 12 associates to each warehouse because we don't know what's going on in either warehouse. What do you think?
I think maybe 2/3 of your men to the more heavily guarded one and 1/3 to the other. Might be better.
Okay. Do you want to do anything before we storm the door, the gates?
Is Bonanno mostly worried that this is a drug operation?
Indeed, he is. He's been informed. Some who was doing the research on this, it was Bresciani is the one who's given us the tips for what's going on in the warehouses. And so this whole operation is based on his original observations of the warehouses. Something funny
Well, what
going on.
exactly did he observe that made him suspect it was drugs?
Things coming in and out. I mean, we don't really care. We know that we know beforehand that Caduceus was a pharmaceutical company. And they seem to have an endless supply of money. And the only way they could be getting something like that is drug smuggling or selling drugs on the street, which undermines our operations, and we've got to stop that from happening. We've got our own drugs to sell.
Seems like the type of thinking Bonanno would have. All right. What if y'all could create a distraction and we could just poke our heads in there and tell you if it's drugs or not. Or y'all could go in all bullheaded and get half your men killed, whatever you want to do. I don't care.
We also know that they're dealing there with quantities of dimethyl phthalate, which is quite poisonous. I don't know that it's part of any illicit drug activity, but you might want to be careful about, not starting some sort of chemical fire.
They got poison in there, you're saying?
Yeah. Pesticide, but barrel-size pesticide, Not just a little DDT squirter.
What if we had dockside to the building and, as you say, make a distraction? You should be able to slip in the side door and give us a report on what's inside there. But the thing is that I can't guarantee that nothing's going to go down.
Yeah, got a lot of men here.
Frankly, I think it's easier to just go in and
I mean,
Like,
yeah, it's easier, and it's probably. I mean, you want to cut down your forces by a good amount, go for it. I mean,
I would.
Well,
I mean, wouldn't it be easier just to set a truck on fire like a couple 100 feet away?
look, we got Thompsons, and we've got all the firepower we need. Plus, we want to send a message. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to go down, but I think it's got to happen. We have orders, so we've got to do something.
yeah, okay.
So
Well,
we'll start at the gate, or the dock gates, and if you want to go in the side, that works too.
I would say give us a head start. Maybe we can clear the way for you.
Well, then you're going to have to time it. It looks to us like the guards come out of the door that you want to go in, and then they go in opposite directions around the building. So you'll have to get them right after they come out and start going. So there's nobody on that side of the building when you.
I mean, maybe we can catch a few and tie them up. Somebody
If they
has
see
to.
your face.
If you want to send a message, I mean, you have to leave some alive to tell your story, right? To.
No, I think that when Caduceus sees that that everybody's been shot up, they've got the message.
I mean, somebody else could take credit, but okay.
Um, you might want to do something to at least disguise your identities.
Oh yeah, I got some, and I showed them my bag full of overalls and like some charcoal to like get some smears on the face and stuff like that. Maybe I have a few wigs as well.
handkerchief over the face, sort of thing. Oh,
All right, we're going in 5 minutes.
oh, do you have an idea for the distraction? Are you gonna just pop off a couple of rounds from a barge just outside the back door and see how many heads poke out?
Leave that up to us.
It's 15 minutes you're going to get in there and make a report?
Yeah, well,
20? Or,
yeah, get yourself in there.
If we start to hear a fire, we'll know. Goose,
Okay.
if you had a warehouse that you guarded 24 hours with 10 people, and they heard
Yeah.
some loud noises outside at midnight, a couple of hours into your shift, you'd send 2 people out to have a look?
Something like that. Definitely not everybody. That would be, unless they're very green, that would be extremely dumb.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
No, no.
Oh, hey.
Inexperienced green.
Oh.
Not very Lloyd, very inexperienced. You are looking a little green, though.
Yeah. Are you,
I'm working on it. I feel great. I don't know what you mean, but like $1 million.
So are we going in before the firefight?
They're going to start with a distraction.
Okay.
Goose, who's known to be stealthy, is going to pop in. If the coast is clear, a couple of the rest of us will go in. If it's evident what's going on, say they've got a top secret helicopter in there and nothing like drugs, then we'll come out and say, there's a helicopter in there, there's no drugs. If there's a giant man-eating plant that they're keeping at bay by spritzing it with pesticide all the time.
If you go in there and find a helicopter, I believe that you've found a time traveling device. Because
That's right. That's a good point.
I should also say that Bonaventure and his crew are dressed in trench coats and hats and typical of what you'd expect. They all have Thompson machine guns, submachine guns.
I think these mob guys, I think Bonanno's guys are going to kill them no matter what. I think their
I mean,
orders are to come in, take the warehouse by force.
yeah. Well, if you want
We
to,
could get them out. Like I don't know. Like if they're gonna kill a couple of them, maybe a couple of them survive. We can get a few of them out. If you're worried about that.
I'm not worried about anything except what our goal is which is to figure out what's going on in this warehouse, and which we can do before.
We only have like 18 minutes. I don't know.
Yeah. We can do it after the distraction starts or after all the bodies have hit the floor.
Well, the only other thing I could think of, but there might not be time for it either, is this goes down. Caduceus is going to be forced, whatever they have in there, to move it, because obviously this site would be compromised.
Well,
They'll increase security or, yeah.
yeah.
Goose, as we're running out of time here, you are our resident expert in these type things. So what's your advice on how we approach this? I think from my standpoint, Bonanno's guys are coming in guns blazing.
Either way, regardless of what we do. So
Yeah,
I would disguise ourselves, separate him from him, and in the chaos of this firefight, we go in and see what's there, contain whatever is there. If there is something like Dr. Harrow suspects, make sure, not half of New York has to suffer under this bullheaded move.
So we go in when the firefight starts and while it's still outside and keep our heads low. Okay.
I mean, the others, even you only send out a few guys probably, right? But even the guys inside, their ears will be focused on the direction where the gunfire is coming from, I suspect. It's not like they'll do their regular shift as if nothing is happening.
Yeah.
And after a few minutes, it'll likely draw a few extras out of the warehouse.
Yeah, they might call for backup or...
Yeah.
So we just go in through the side door and...
Now, the question I'd like to ask you is the side door. The guards are going to come, the two guards are going to come out of that, split and go in opposite directions. Most likely that door is going to close and probably not be open. It'll be a locked door. How are you going to get through that?
In a very pulpy way.
Excellent.
To be
Yeah, you
determined.
turn around and you see me already dressed up and looking different.
Whoever's got the highest locksmith, I guess.
I've got some pretty good locksmithing.
well, also, if we just put a chunk of brick next to the door, when they run out, I can slide that into the door jamb.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
And we
that
could do
sounds
that.
like a fun idea.
Operating at a distance seems ideal with all these maniacs running around with giant guns.
So as time's running out, I think our plan, if I understand it, is wait for firing to happen, wait for guards to run outside doors, get inside doors, investigate without revealing ourselves. Green, good job. You're unrecognizable.
Yeah, and I hand out the overalls and the handkerchief and everything.
Okay.
Get some grease smears on there,
Yeah.
Cover your features, and it's very normal here.
Stony, that sound good? Miss
Yeah.
Meadows?
It sounds like a plan I'm familiar with from the war. So yeah, let's do it.
Miss
And I assume,
Dr.
I assume
Harrow?
that some of you have weapons with you in case.
Just have my regular, I think I have a revolver with me.
I've established I go nowhere with less than 6 grenades at any moment.
Okay. All right.
Got my
Probably shouldn't
new
use
knife.
a flame-throwing pistol, should I?
It's like Chekhov's grenade. When will Buzz get hit with with a pistol shot and he just blows himself up?
Yep. Well, it's time, fellas. Run.
As long as he's got 30 points of luck, he can survive it. All right. So, as I understand it, when the guards come out of the doors on their rounds, you're going to do something to keep the door from closing all the way.
I think plan A is Dr. Harrow to get something in
Okay.
the way of the door shutting.
Okay, so that moment comes. They come out of the doors. They say something to each other, and they start to move in their opposite directions, and the door is slowly closing. Dr. Harry, you can describe for me what you do.
As we had this discussion, I found a chunk of brick, as rubble is all about. Set it a couple of feet from the door in the pool of light. When they run out, I push that brick into the frame of the door so that it cannot close completely.
Using your abilities.
Yes, and I rolled an 04 that I'm going to want later for something more important under my 63.
Oh, 04.
But it's really, really nicely placed brick.
Okay. The guards move away. They start to go around the corners. And as you might guess, at some point, one of them is going to see the mafia that's there. I should have added one other thing. As you guys were approaching all together, the whole group, you could see that there was one single guy as a guard for the other warehouse, and he seems to have fallen asleep on duty. He's just sitting there in a chair. But the second warehouse, the lights are on. You can see the lights through the windows up above. There are lights on the outside of the building, so it's not easy to sneak up to it. Okay, from that point, these guards have gone around the corner. You're pretty sure that at this point, the distraction is going to come within a couple of minutes. What do you do?
Well, Goose, the door is ajar if you want to have a quick look-see before full mayhem.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll stealthily, quietly walk up to the door or move towards the door. Not just walk, but, kind of quickly hustle in there.
You run up. The first thing you notice when you look inside is you can hear what sounds like radio playing somewhere in the building, and it's just playing music. Peeking through the door, you can see that there are offices on either side of the door. There's two offices on each side before it opens up into the warehouse. And the warehouse is, in fact, not empty at all. There are crates, fairly large crates, that are stacked up almost to the ceiling and arranged in rows. You can't see how many from that perspective, but you can see that there's more than what you originally thought. This place is not empty. Beyond that, you can't really see anything.
And all the writing on the crates, the crates kind of all look the same.
Yeah, pretty much. They're all caduceus. They're not all exactly the same, but you can, some of them have serial numbers on them. You also notice that there is a gangway up near the windows that goes all the way around the inside. There's nobody up there, and you don't see any people.
And these two offices to my left and to my right, do they have windows looking into this little spot where I am?
They have, They have little doors with little windows all the way around, or big windows looking out into the warehouse.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. And nobody's inside these.
You don't see any people inside.
I'll take the left one and just see if I can rummage through things without being detected before things start to pop off. And
so you're sneaking into the.
Or maybe I'm sorry. First, I'll stick my hand outside of the door and give a thumbs up, and maybe kind of a wave for people who want to come. Give them a heads up. Yeah. And
so as the rest of you, do you sneak up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
All right. You all sneak up. I think you can all do stealth rolls, but with a bonus dice. You'll have to spend luck if you fail.
So is the
Cool.
bonus, is it the 10s or is it the
The tens.
Yeah,
Oh.
extra 10s.
I
Believe it or
passed.
not, this is real bad. I wrote a 99, and I was like, "Oh, good, I have a bonus die." And then I wrote a 99 again, and I only have 96 luck. So
All right. How about everybody else? Did everybody else make it?
I went from
Yeah.
84 to
38.
14.
38 over 50.
I rolled 62 two times, but I can spend a bit of luck to. I can spend 22 luck to make it a success.
just
Okay.
stealth, right?
Yeah, just
yeah.
stealth.
Okay, I have
See,
a regular.
22,
If I need to, I can make it either a hard or an
You don't
extreme.
need to make it any harder than a regular.
Okay,
So,
I rolled 25 and
Goose-
35.
Goose and Fern and Stony and Lloyd and Dr. Harrow slip through the door without making a noise. And Jack, as he comes through last, your foot hooks on the brick and pulls the brick out, and the door bangs as it closes, making a clanky noise. What do you guys want to do?
I got in though, right?
Yeah, you got
Okay.
him.
Okay.
Go like, fuck, scatter. And I scatter
Sorry.
like a roach.
Well, I assume I'm in one of the offices already, so I'll
Yeah.
move towards the window and duck down so I'm below the window and maybe just peep out, see what happens.
So, Goose, in that few moments before that happens, as you're in the office looking out, you can see there's maybe 7 rows of crates going up. They're all fairly large crates, like 6 by 6 or 6 by 8, and fairly deep, maybe 3 or 4 feet deep. There's more smaller crates to one side. And you can sort of see as you're moving in between, your perspective is there's a couple times you can see right down the row. There seems to be a large open space beyond the crates. And you see a couple of guards that are just sort of sitting there in chairs, not facing you, but facing the big doors, the gates to the ocean, the dock. And they seem to be listening to the radio and chit-chatting amongst themselves. You think there's four guards over by those doors. You haven't seen any other guards in here. And then
Okay.
you hear clank as the door closes. One of the guards seems to look around and stand up. All right. The rest of you now hear the clank too. Jack slides into the office. And I should say also, in the far corner, you do see stairs. You see stairs going up to the catwalk, and you see stairs going down.
Could be a
I'm
cellar.
gonna try running to the stairs. They're starting to go up. Like I'm splitting.
You
up.
would have to run all the way through the entire warehouse to the front where the guards are to get to the stairs.
Oh, never mind. I thought that was immediately when you walked in. Like there were two offices,
No.
right? One on either side.
Right. Stairs are all the way on the other end of they're over by the gates going out to the port.
Well, when the door shuts loudly, I think we all will freeze for 10 seconds and wait to see whether we hear any gunfire. And then
one of the guards is walking in your guys' direction, but he's kind of walking in between the boxes as he's coming in that direction. Like he's looking around just to make sure he's probably got a flashlight.
yeah, I'm good. I'd like to slip between a couple of rows of these crates so that I'm in shadow and hard for a guard to spot. And I'm going to be sort of I want to inspect the crates and see if I can figure out what's in them, where they're from. Do they have fragile stickers on them? Is there a bill of lading on some things, etc.
So you're leaving the office, and then you're
stepping
sneaking
into
over
the
to
warehouse.
boxes.
Yeah, to get in amongst the crates where it'll be hard to.
Trying to stay opposite of where the guy is. All right. Do a spot hidden for me as you look around the crates.
Oh, good heavens! I guess I'm afraid to use my flashlight because I roll a 97, which I'm not going to spend down to 45 from.
Yeah. We'll just say that you're moving around, and the first few crates you come to are nailed shut. So you have no idea what's inside of them. What are the rest of you doing?
I think I'm going to try to duck into the opposite office from the one that Goose is in.
Okay. You do that. The offices themselves seem pretty standard. They've got some desks in them, and they've got some filing cabinets, and these big windows looking out into the thing. It doesn't look like they've been used. They're pretty dusty. So you're thinking
in general.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't look like there's anything interesting here. And maybe they're not even bothering to use them. It doesn't look like people come in here very often, except for all of those crates.
Yeah, okay, because I was gonna check out the paperwork, but seems like that's like not gonna be very valuable.
There's almost no paperwork. You're thinking that they just...
How are the guards reacting to the door that slammed shut after Buzz came in?
Well, the one of them is just sort of looking around, but after a few minutes, he shrugs his shoulders and walks back. So he thinks it might have just been when the guards left. So he's not that worried about it. He goes back over. He laughs. He's talking to the others. What do you do next?
Okay. I'll go up to in between the crates as well. I get a feel for maybe see if one of them is like, not nailed shut as well as the rest of them.
Go ahead and do a spot hidden for.
Ooh, 99.
Oh, you too. These crates are going to remain shut. Unless somebody else wants to try it.
I saw Dr. Harrow check out crates, and I just went over the exact same ones after him. It's like,
well, seeing how it's one of my superpowers, I think I shall get out of the office quietly and try to go along the perimeter of the crates and check them out.
Okay. You do find a place where there are a number of barrels, and they are labeled whatever that bug poison was. But if you want to look at crates too, go ahead and roll stealth. Let's see if you get a 99.
Well, that was not great. And that was a little better. So I will spend 8 points of luck to make that a pass.
Okay. You find one where the lid is a little open. It's hinged. You open it up a little. And inside, you see something kind of odd. These look like machine parts, some of them rather specialized, like you would use them for constructing something. Something very mechanical and technical, but you don't know what. And they're all in perfect condition. So maybe these are being sent somewhere or shipped somewhere because somebody's constructing something.
Well, I think we probably all have our radios on us, so I'm probably going to try to quietly buzz and see if he wants to come over and have a looky-loo.
Buzz is at the sound of the slamming door that he caused, just like frozen, like mid step coming through. It's like, what have you got?
I don't know, but there's like some parts in here I think you might find interesting. Get your little butt over here.
He hunkers his little butt down and starts making his way over there.
Buzz, when you get over there, do a mechanical roll.
Oh, oh, that's a 10. That's a
Nice.
yeah, that's an extreme success.
Um, it takes you just a moment to you're looking at these things and realizing that some of these crates are filled with construction materials, but really heavy duty construction materials. And after you finally see one crate with stuff in it that you think would be used for some sort of power source, um, maybe electrical, but was that an extreme that you got?
Yeah. Yeah.
You begin putting two and two together, and you're thinking that it looks like it might be some sort of power source that it doesn't use, water or steam. Uh, or maybe it does use steam, but the power source itself would have to be something that you'd need to contain in cement, uh, highly energetic, possibly nuclear. And I say that because we haven't invented nuclear power yet at this point in time. But
well, Miss Meadows, based off that piece and I have to think this is something that's going to generate some power, but it doesn't make sense to me totally. It's not like, gas powered or steam powered or anything we know of, but it's definitely, I mean, from my best guess, it looks like it's going to generate power or transfer power or something. Basically,
Yeah, but what the hell would they be making a big generator for with bug spray?
generator. Yeah, they're looking to generate a lot of power, Miss Meadows, for something. Just based on what I can see here.
I'll also give you, Jack, one other thing because you've got an extreme. One of these crates is filled with dynamite.
He opens up and is like, oh, that's a lot of dynamite.
A lot of dynamite.
This whole crate is Miss Meadows. This whole crate's dynamite. So
Also, you find earth moving equipment.
Jack takes out a pencil and puts a D on the dynamite crate, so he knows which crate has the dynamite. It's like, yeah, I can't quite piece it all together, but it's I don't know. It's a lot more than just like, pesticides or whatever it was Dr. Harrell said it was.
Stoney, what are you and Lloyd doing?
I'm in the guard office room, and I'm watching the others, and so I'm trying to be where the guards are, where I can see them, where the others are moving to, and if the guards are moving in their position, I'll alert them. They've got somebody moving their direction, so
Okay.
I'm on lookout.
Gustav, as you're very sneakily moving around, you're getting to the end of one of the aisles. If you were to step out, you would be seen by the guards. Well, if they turned around, they'd see you. You notice, do a spot hidden for me one more time.
Come on. 48. I think I could spend a few points of luck for this one. Oh, spot hidden is 51. Yeah,
Okay.
regular.
Once you've got a clear look of this area, and it's a fairly large area between the crates and the gates going out to the docks. The four guards are closer to the door, to the big gates. But behind them, between them and the boxes where you are, you can see a rectangle on the floor that instead of the cement, it's metal. And you can see some controls over to one side. You think it's an elevator, a really big one for lowering stuff down into a lower level. Large equipment of some sort. And then you all hear...
Maybe whole trucks at the same time, like something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then you hear noise from outside. At first it's argument. And then the 4 guards sort of move to a semi-alert position, and one of them starts to walk over towards the gate. And then you hear gunfire. You hear a gun shoot outside. What do you guys all do?
With gunfire, I'm gonna, kind of make sure me and Fern are, down and out of the way. Not like saving her, but, kind of make sure that, we're both getting down.
Right. She's got her hand on his arm. She's just looking to see what the other guards are doing, how they're responding.
Also trying to figure out if this giant crate of dynamite is in the way of incoming bullets eventually.
Yeah. So far the bullets aren't penetrating. You're hearing them outside.
I turn around and look. Can I see Stony like through the office window? Dynamite.
And I turn to, I guess Lloyd's with me, and I'm just like, Lloyd, I hope we might get it blown up. So be prepared.
Well, I won't walk over there then.
The gunshots stop for a moment outside. The 4 guards are nervously alert as they're standing there, and suddenly you hear something ram the gates from the outside, the dock gates, and the gates shudder. They're metal, and the guards all become nervous.
Barbarians at the gates. I'll quietly try to, through our vocal channels, tell them about the elevator. And also tell them, I don't think we want Bonanno going down there, whatever is down there. This seems like... Yeah.
Should we go down there?
I mean, I want to go down there. I just don't want to... I don't want Bonanno to come back up again.
Well, we can go down and Buzz can short circuit the elevator so it won't go back up.
But then we'll... if Caduceus come... yeah, okay. Whatever.
Oh, he'll fix it. It'll be fine.
Who's gonna come down with me? Lloyd? Stoney?
Now, to get to the elevator, you'd actually have to run towards the guards.
Yeah, but they're on high alert right now.
And they're facing the other direction.
I mean, we can...
And there are stairs going down as well, but they're over on the side.
I think that an elevator of that size might be very loud. And
take the stairs.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid...
Yeah.
I mean,
either way.
If they're addressing the distraction from outside, then I think the sound of us on the stairs isn't going to be a problem. But what do we think is down there?
I mean, with Caduceus, it could be anything.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I don't like it. So maybe we split up and take 2 sides?
So should someone stay up here with the dynamite and babysit it?
I think we want to be as far from a giant crate of dynamite as we can be while people are shooting.
Yeah.
Maybe take 1 or 2 sticks with us. If Bonanno ever comes in, accidents happen. Who knows?
I didn't think Bonanno's personally coming.
His men.
If we figure out there's something dangerous down there, we can just rig this entire crate of dynamite to blow, and this warehouse just becomes kind of a crater in Red Hook.
I don't think we can breathe that shit, can we?
I mean, we'll be away from it.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
worst case scenario. Worst case scenario.
Jack will fix it. It'll be fine.
All right, there's a second pound on the door, and you see one of the gates sort of boing, it starts to open, and Banana's men start coming in, and one of the guards immediately is shot with a brrr, and the guards are like trying to take cover so that they can shoot and defend, but none of them are looking at in your direction at this point.
No,
They're
makes
actively
sense.
shooting. At this point, I guess it's time to start running.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Come
gonna
on,
start
Lloyd.
running.
Let's go.
Now where are you running towards?
Towards the stairs, right?
Stairs.
Stairs down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys are dressed kind of darkly, and there are shadows, and I'd say rather easily you are moving along. But I would like you all to do stealth rolls, once again with a bonus dice, to see if you're seen.
Oh, that was a hard success for me.
All right.
How did I
02.
roll a
Finally.
54?
I think this is my first stealth roll.
Okay, so stealth. I will spend 20 points or 19 points of luck to make a success on that. So I rolled 255s.
Jack
I
doesn't
wrote,
look happy.
I wrote a 90 and then I wrote a 70. I would have to spend 50 points of luck.
Oof.
What'd you do? Wear 2 left shoes today? Come on, Buzz.
Or you're
They'll
just
come back.
singing.
You better spend it.
Or just what?
They'll
Or you
spend
could
it, they'll
sing.
come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will take my 70 and I will figure out what to do next. You all
Can't
get
you
to
also? You could push it.
I could.
You could push it, but if you fail the push, you're going to get shot. Probably.
How do I push a stealth roll?
I would
Just
say you
roll it
probably throw
again.
one of those 6 and
Yeah.
Do like
narr-
one of those slides across
Narratively.
the floor.
All right, I'm going to push it with the idea being that
Take
I
out
make
your
a loud noise and then I try to fall to the ground and roll underneath something.
Okay. If you push it, you will get probably shot.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you're going to be dead, but
Yeah, I'm a pulp
and you
hero.
can't use luck on it. So
Yeah. Oh, I got a 20, which is spot on a
Base.
success. That's base. I have base and stealth.
So one of the guards, while he's fighting at the mafia, he turns and looks, but he doesn't see you because you get out of sight just in time.
Yeah, I make a loud bang. I drop to the ground and roll underneath a shelf and then out the other side.
Okay, you hit the stairs and you start down. And just as you start down the stairs, you hear a klaxon go off. Meh, meh, rather loud. And 2 men, guards, come through a door at the bottom of the stairs. And they seem to be quite intent on getting the hell out. And as they come up the stairs and see you, they're so shocked and surprised. They don't know. They're hesitating. So we can go into combat mode, and it's going to be all of you before them. So we'll just start with Gustav.
I'll just, yeah. This was my idea anyway, Buzz. I'll just run down the stairs with my size 90 fist behind me, and just the first one that's in front of me, I'll just bonk on his head. Because I mean, these are just hired hired men, right? It's not like they're evil or anything. So I don't want to shoot them without prejudice. I O2 again. Okay, whatever. So that's
Wow.
extreme.
So you
Bonked them both.
clock the guy right in the face. You're pretty sure from the crunch that you have shattered his nose. And as your fist sort of clears his face, his nose comes off, and you see that he is a serpent underneath it.
Stinky
So
guy.
whammo. But he is decked. The other guy sort of tumbles backwards as you do that. What do you do? Or who's next? Fern.
I guess the other guy, I'm just gonna go and try to push him back down the stairs and hope he just
Okay.
takes a giant roll.
You do a brawl.
Hey. Ooh, ooh, ooh. 46, and I have 35. So I need to spend 11.
Okay.
Which I will do.
Look at us spending all the luck.
That's what it's there for, honey.
All right. So you sort of elbow him in the face, and he falls over the other guy and tumbles down the stairs. And I will say that he's not knocked out, but he's dazed at the moment. So whoever's next coming down the stairs, will say Stony.
Yep. I'm gonna leapfrog over Fern's back and just plant a fist right down in this guy's face.
Okay. I'd say that without any trouble, you've knocked him out.
That
All right,
were
what
mammals?
next?
Are there any mammals left in New York City? Or is it all us snakes now?
You get to the bottom of the stairs where these two guys are now laying on the floor, and there's a door there. It doesn't look like it's locked. You going through?
I guess we're going through.
I mean, that's why we're here, right?
Yeah, and we're not being quiet really about it
Keep
either.
with caution.
The klaxon's going off. We're pushing this door open.
Yeah.
So when they were running out, they were. Did we get the feeling they were running upstairs to help people, or were they running away from whatever is inside? Could we read it from their face?
They looked panicked. You don't know if their motivation was one way or the other.
Yeah, okay, so maybe open the door, not just burst it, maybe a little
Though
caution.
they weren't running with their guns in their hands. They were. Okay. The door opens, and because of the direction in which the door opens, the first thing you see is that everything. So directly to your right-hand side, there is a whole wall going across, made out of glass, like windows. And there's a door going into that area, and there's some sort of machinery all through there. And there are lights flashing and things going off. Directly in front of you is that big giant elevator, which is all the way up. So it's got little crisscrossy bars, and you can see this is where it would come down to. What's on your left, which would be where the main warehouse above is directly above it. Some very strange things. There are rows of cylinders, but they're cylinders this way. They look like they're each about 6 feet across and maybe 100 feet long. And there's 2 rows of them. And maybe, I think there's 7 in each row. So these are huge pipe-like tubes. And they're suspended from the ceiling with chains. So they're sort of hanging there, maybe 3 feet off the ground. They're glowing kind of green. There are windows in the sides and in the front and the back. And on the side that's facing you, you can see there are blinking lights, and they're red blinking lights that are on all of them. And that klaxon is going off. Do you do? So
Is it the same kind of green that was on the machine that turned goose?
no, it looks like it's just sort of a green glow. It's not a solid glow like a light bulb. It's kind of like firelight.
Like a liquid inside it?
Well, you can't see unless you go close to them, but
I'm
you
gonna
definitely
go-
can see through the windows.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to get a closer look at all the machinery and all of it.
So you're going into the glass room,
Yeah.
the room behind the glass. Okay. There's all kinds of things going on. Regulation monitors. It's all written in English. Um, uh, uh, Give me a mechanical roll.
Okay. 02.
Ooh, nice.
The
Lot
things
of
I'm good at, I'm doing well tonight.
So what you gather is each of these tubes is being monitored. There's some kind of gas that's being pumped into them through tubes at a regulated pressure. There's some sort of nutrient slurry that's going into them, and there is an airlock in each one of them, and there is something that is counting down. And at this point in time, you have 10 seconds before the airlocks are all opened. Is anybody else going towards them to look and see what's inside?
I mean,
You don't
I'm
know
curious.
what he knows at that point.
Yeah, I'm definitely curious. So yeah,
Right.
Can I
Tournaments
I wouldn't
curiosity
care-
would.
Oh no! Machines. If there is anything else worth looking at, like is there a big like plant in here that's being fed all this insecticide or something? But
No, it seems to be, these things seem to be the important thing in here.
Is there anything I can roll to notice people coming to yell at them to run away?
Give them at least one round, but then you
Okay.
can.
Okay.
Because they're doing what they're doing while you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
So, Gustav, as you approach these things, you have the sudden realization that they are filled with very, very large insects. They look kind of like some form of mutated mosquito. Each insect is larger than your hand. And through the windows, you can see that they're in some kind of green gas that's inside there. And you also notice that there seem to be the remains of bodies inside them that are like husks that the mosquitoes have drained dry. And these are filled with them, probably hundreds and hundreds of them in each tube.
and
And
horrible.
then
Maybe
you hear,
I'm sorry.
So you're gonna have
Maybe
to take,
I'm
like, a
gonna do a
sanity
sanity.
check for that?
Yeah, that I want to do a sanity.
you do a
roll for
sanity
this.
roll.
I pass.
And if anybody else
12.
sees those, then you can see that they're,
But
Did I see all the
passed.
same, the mosquito and or is that
You don't see it, but
Okay.
you know that something in those tubes is going to be released in
Okay.
10 seconds.
I
Well,
failed my sanity roll.
And
It's not like you have to actually go looking to see it, right? It's not just somewhere in the room like we all just stumbled in the room. We're all looking around and can easily see it.
Right. You can see it right through the windows of these tubes that they're
So
filled
we
with
can
these.
see it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Sanity.
Yeah, I'm over tying up and
I failed my
disarming
sanity
the
by
other.
1.
You're still in the stairwell. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
So what happens if you fail? I failed mine by 1.
If
failed
you
mine by-
fail,
12.
well, what is second? Whoa, okay. If you fail, just do a 1d. We'll do a 1d6 this time. Oh, do an intelligence roll. I'm sorry. First.
Intelligence, I don't think.
Oh!
Is that high.
Wow, I failed my intelligence roll.
Nope,
Excellent.
I
Can you get-
totally did not fail my intelligence roll.
I failed my intelligence roll.
Useful 92 there.
If you failed your intelligence roll, then you just take 1d6 sanity damage. And Fern, since you didn't, you take 1d6 as well. But you're fully aware that this is some sort of a bioweapon.
Jack, can you
Mutated
shut this down?
blood-sucking-
Jack, there's
Holy shit!
big bugs in here. Can you shut this down?
What the?
probably about the time Jack's turning around to tell everybody to run.
Gonna be more than run, Jack. Can you turn it off? There's giant bugs. They're giant alien bugs here. Jack,
He said run. I'm running.
9, 8, 7.
I'm
Yeah.
running.
It's
Gotta
going to
get back
okay.
to the door and close it.
Do I figure that it's going to release something? That's what I figure.
Yeah, it's going to open up the cage, the pins for the airlocks for these things. They're all
Let's
going to be
get-
released.
back to that TNT.
Well, it's a good thing I carry grenades with me. at
Get back to
all
the door and
times.
shut the door. Hurry.
I've yelled run from behind my back from my grenade holster. 2 of them come out. Pins popped and throwing at the gates or pins and hoping his, teammates have run away.
All right. I would like you all to do dex rolls.
This is why I've saved all my luck.
Ooh.
Good God.
No.
67. and
93.
Okay.
12 is an extreme.
I'll spend
Oh,
12
God.
luck.
I made it.
That's 59.
Do we need a hard or an extreme or something? Will that help out?
No, just a dex.
I'm going to
Um,
spend my luck not to die. Is that like all of my luck?
You would have to spend all of your luck, but you're not in that situation yet.
Okay.
So,
okay. I failed my dex roll.
okay. So I think if all of you scrambling for the stairwell going up?
Yes.
Okay.
I guess so.
I guess
Shamelessly.
I'm throwing and then turning to run. So throw and then turn to run, fail dex roll.
I'll say because of your failed dex roll, you slip back into the glass room and the door closes behind you. So you're in the glass room. They've gone through the other door into the stairwell.
Well, I failed mine. Do I have bad consequences?
I think you're going to trip and fall,
Okay.
possibly over the guys. So we'll say that in Fern, you trip and fall before you get through the door. So for the moment, Fern is in the room with the tubes. Jack, you're in the glass room, and the rest of you are running up the stairwell, and you've closed the door behind you. Jack, what you see more lights and mechanisms going, and you see the elevator opening up and the elevator coming down. But before it gets to the bottom, and now there's a big hole in the ceiling, there's a psh sound, and all of these canisters open up, and a swarm of these blood-sucking mosquitoes come out. Fern, you're in the same room with them. Do a, we'll say, well, you can do a dodge. They won't be to you instantaneously, but they will be there quickly if you want to do something to protect yourself.
Well, okay. Oh, I failed. But I'll spend the 22. Oh my God, I'm getting low. I'm getting low. So she's gonna try to reach in her bag because she's got all sorts of oils and repellents, and she's like smearing some repellent on her she has in her bag and
That's
hoping to
really-
hell that these are like normal mosquitoes.
I would say that masks your smell. You probably also know that mosquitoes are drawn towards CO2. So if you can mask your breath going out, I'd say do a luck roll.
Okay. Well, I spent 22 for my dex. So that'd be pretty. Oh, I'm getting way low, boys. Whoa. And what was this for? For luck? Okay, I
To see
rolled
if
under
they
my
get
luck.
ya.
I rolled under my luck. Woohoo.
Okay.
Passed.
Then I would like you to do a dodge roll.
No. That's evil, Tom. Evil. Oh my, I can't spend that. 82.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
All right. As you are scrambling, are you scrambling to get in the glass room or in the stairwell?
I think I'm trying to get into the enclosed room with Buzz.
Okay. So Buzz, are you going to let her in?
I threw grenades, assuming at the
In just a second, yeah.
yeah. I don't know that I'd want her where I just threw the grenades. I throw the grenades and I back up against the door so it won't open, so nobody comes in.
Okay. Did you throw the grenades into the control, or did you
threw
throw
them?
them
I
into
wanted. So I may have misunderstood the layout. I wanted to throw like at the pins, so when these
Okay.
things came out, they'd be blown up or at least some of them as they came out.
So where you are protected from them because you're in a
Okay.
glass room. Okay. So do you want to let her in to where you are?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So he is letting you in. However, 3 or 4 of these things, Fern, land on you. And they immediately just plunge their little needle proboscis into your skin, and they start to drain you. I would like you to roll 1d10.
Eight.
And they suck 8 points of your strength out. That's blood loss. You also then need to roll a con roll.
So we.
Oh God, this could kill me.
28 over 25. Can I spend luck for that?
You can.
Yeah.
However,
Yeah.
However, you're going to have to try to get an extreme.
Oh, yeah, that's not going to happen.
Okay. Then once again, roll a 1d10.
I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, 1. That's not terrible.
Okay. Well, this is going to be scary because you're lucky you rolled 1. You are going to lose 1 point of intelligence.
Oh, well, that's fine. I have lots.
And you feel lightheaded and dizzy, like you're suddenly getting dumber. But Buzz opens the door you fall in and he slams the door closed, and these insects are filling the room. The rest of you, you're running up the stairs. You suddenly hear yelling and screaming, and the gunshot starts to sound kind of manic upstairs. And as you get to the door at the top of the stairs, you can see through that the insects are in the room, and they're going after the mafia and the guards.
No one's getting through this door until these things have gotten out or died. I don't think they can live here very long. They're not natural.
We didn't bring the flame pistol by any chance, did we?
I think Lloyd's always
Lloyd
got that,
mentioned
doesn't
it.
I always have it.
That
But
seems like
I don't
the
think
weapon
I'm
right
slowing.
now.
I don't think I'm slowing down. I think we're all going.
Lloyd is halfway across the docks by now.
All right. So, Lloyd, you've run outside. I would like anyone who has left the stairwell then.
The stairwell
To
is the
do-
safest place.
Stairwell's
you
where
need-
the TNT is.
You need to do a dodge if you've left the stairwell and you're running for the door to get out. No, none of the mafia are shooting around the room. Well, some of them are because they're trying to shoot the mosquitoes. But
Okay, so I have to roll a dodge. It's
Yeah.
half of Dex. Is it worth 29 points of luck?
if you fail, then you're going to have to go through what Fern just did.
I'm spending 29 points of luck. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Okay. So Lloyd, you are running through for the door, and you're managing to swat these things away before they can get on you, and you dive through the door. Gustav, Stony, and Dr. Jude, you're staying in the stairwell.
Yeah.
This
Seems like this, yeah.
This is not containable at this point. I wanted to blow them up before, but somebody hit the elevator. So now they're out in Brooklyn. I want them to disperse before I deal with them.
And
I don't like it.
we don't know if they might die after an hour or two. I mean,
Yeah.
that green gas thing that they were in
Yeah. I'm
might be
hoping that they're
sustaining
being
them,
kept,
might be controlling them. We don't know.
So as swarms usually do, they're not everywhere. They sort of move around in that sort of mimation pattern around the room. They keep attacking the guards and the mafiosa, and you can do a sanity roll because you see one of the mafiosa get completely covered in those things, and within a matter of minutes, he is sucked bone dry. He falls as a husk onto the ground.
This one, I failed.
Is this going to be me, or is this going to be everybody who's inside?
Well, Lloyd,
we-
you got out. Yeah.
We're looking through the window at the scene. You're fleeing the scene. And I failed again, and I've already taken 6 points, so... And I pass a sanity roll.
Okay. Yeah, just take maybe 1 point of damage if you've seen that.
All right.
And the rest of you, Sony and
I failed as well, so I'll take 1 point.
Yeah, I passed my sanity check.
okay.
No,
All right. These things, you can see some of them starting to go out the big doors, the gate into the city. Let's
the
jump
one
back
thing
to
we didn't want to happen.
let's jump back to Jack. Most of them have now dissipated. They've gone out the elevator. You've got Fern there. She's she's got some wounds where she's been bitten, and she seems a little disoriented, but she's not falling down.
Okay. And there's none in our immediate area then?
Correct.
All right.
And the stairwell is literally 3 feet away from you.
Yep.
You just have to go out your door and into the other door.
Yep. I'll help her. Let's go, Miss Meadows. Let's
I did forget, your grenades do go off.
Okay.
Oh.
And when the grenades go off, it shatters a lot of it shatters the containers, but at the same time, it kills a bunch of them because the concussion blast manages to kill them.
And I think Fern just goes, "Oh, that was really loud."
And I come on, Miss Meadows, let's meet up with the other ones and help her get towards the stairwell.
Yeah,
So
that's probably a good idea.
So Buzz and Fern suddenly come through the stairwell, and they're in the stairwell with you guys.
I tried to stop it. I wasn't quick enough with the grenades.
That's okay. It's a scene out there. Lloyd is obviously leading the escape. God knows where the hell he is.
Thought we were all going.
And
this is not the first time.
It's not. It's like a theme.
I really did think that we were all going.
Our fearless leader has left, and we're here.
I'm blazing a trail. I'm sorry.
So if we look out the window, the door, do we see that the disbursement of these mosquitoes?
Yeah. They've started to disperse. A lot of them are still on whoever's left in the warehouse, but most of them are not flying around at the moment. They're draining their victims.
Okay.
I suppose we should reach out to security at Caduceus because they're going to need to come and seal this scene up. It's going to be hard for the regular authorities to explain. Caduceus is going to.
Then we'd have to explain why we're here.
Dr. Harrow, do a listen roll.
Another 02.
You can definitely hear sirens.
All right. Well, the regular authorities are going to be ill-equipped, but let's clean ourselves up and get out. Fern's going to need some wrapping, I see. Do these giant mosquito-like things, are they glowing green themselves?
No.
They were
it seemed to be the gas that was green, yeah.
Uh-huh. So they're just, and we're talking, what sort of numbers do I think have escaped through the open warehouse door?
Probably not too many, maybe 10 at the most. Most of them are still in the room. They're not flying around. They're latched onto guards and mafiosa and sucking them dry. There's enough clearance that you could make an escape.
Let's get out of here before we have to explain things.
Somebody's going to have a lot of explaining to do.
We don't want to try and get rid of them, as many as we can right now, before more escape into the city. We start reading the newspapers about, blood-sucking mosquitoes killing everybody.
If they're preoccupied, I'd probably shoot them on their way out.
Yeah.
I don't know how long I've been running, but I would like to think that I ran probably far enough to get away from everything, and if there's a big trash can, I would have jumped inside of it and closed the lid.
We'll treat it like flee and panic. Roll a constitution roll for us, Lloyd.
My constitution's at a negative or whatever, right? Because of the drinking.
No,
Disadvantage.
I just said you had a penalty dice.
So do I need to take a penalty on this?
Yeah, take a penalty dice.
Well, let's see what happens. I drop dice. That's what happens. That is a fail.
fail. What that means is that you run for about 10 minutes down alleys, down streets, running, dodging taxis. And then at the end of it, you're so exhausted you pass out. So in a trash can is fine. You jump into a trash can and pass out.
I was wanting to check on everybody and be kind of heroic. Like, guys, come on.
Yeah, as far as they know, they don't know if you made it or not. The rest of you, you're making your way out. Did you want to do anything?
I think it should be easy to
problem, or
I think it should be easy to pick up one of those sort of industrial broom sorts of things. Anything like that that's around, any equipment. I think shooting them is going to be pretty difficult, even with my skill, because they're mostly air. But they're still on the bodies. I think we just swat them, they'll burst. I think killing them on our way out makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. As many as we can.
Kill the ones that are feeding. They're not going to be aware.
Well, what about
of us.
just shooting one of those barrels of the pesticide?
Well, that's going to form a cloud that's going to move with the wind. I'm not sure we want to release that much
I would
poison
say
gas.
either smacking them or do something with that giant crate of TNT. But that's a little less subtle.
If we just leave that to blow up, then Caduceus will have less to explain, because there won't be all these desiccated bodies. Yeah.
You'd have 10 seconds after you throw the grenade. So
Yep. I can throw a grenade in a crate of dynamite.
Just set it on top as you run by.
For the second time tonight, Jack says run.
This time I do.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll say that's exactly what you put the grenade, you start running, you get to the door, you run outside, and you start running to get as far away from the warehouse as possible, and then there is suddenly a ba-boom, and then there is a ba-boom as the building itself is just blown to smithereens, and you see little wafting insect wings on fire falling out of the sky. And I think that's where we will end it for this evening. Finally, some pulp. Let's see. Where's the thing? Our players included Cone Lighton, Carrie Comer, Kent Blue, Julian Arba, Dakota Poole, and David Gassaway, with yours truly as the keeper of arcane lore. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members, you can set up private games, and you can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Spotify, Podbean, or iTunes. Support for the show is provided by our patrons who are listed in the closing credits. If you'd like to show us your appreciation, please visit our Patreon page, or you can use the thanks button just below the screen. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows, and leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering any questions you might have. This is Thom Raley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Pulp Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.